If you want to stay up to date with all current hip hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to become part of this community. Alright, so we just basically got a new announcement for a new The Weeknd album from him on Twitter, so let's talk about it. So The Weeknd took to Twitter to compose a couple of tweets that all of which hint at a new album, at his new tour that is supposed to start in 2022, which was originally supposed to, start in 2020, but since the pandemic hit, he had to postpone it by 18 months, which is quite a lot. But he was one of the first people to say that, okay, we're going to wait till this whole thing is over, and then in 2022, we're going to start, all fresh, all clean with this After Hours tour. After Hours being his latest album, dropping in March of 2020. Amazing album. You've heard me talk about this for, a lot of times, and I say this is probably my favorite album of 2020. So big shout out to him for creating that. That's a really beautiful piece of art and body of work. Anyway, let's get into the tweets that he released yesterday on Tuesday, July 13th. So he took to Twitter to say, "We getting there," and then featuring like a CD disc, so referencing music. This, of course, had people excited. The first couple of people that saw this were like, oh, are we getting a new album? Is this like a reference to we're getting there in terms of getting closer to the release date? But he very shortly after that followed that up by another tweet saying, "Really proud of this one. Wow." So again, kind of, mysteriously talking about some new music that apparently he's really proud of. Of course, artists always say this, like, oh, this is my best work and I'm really proud of this and all that. And at this point, this could just be, usual marketing techniques. But The Weeknd is someone who I think really puts a lot of effort and time into making sure that a body of art is really completed as such and not just a compilation of songs. So I'm glad that he's saying that. He followed that up by saying, "Massaging it now, being sweet to it, giving it some TLC," and then some notes in there too. Again, kind of relate this to the music that's about to drop. And this kind of was just what was, up in the air. He then, of course, later also kind of clarified some things, but this is what people kind of worked with. And this, of course, hints at new music coming. And we didn't know because now we kind of do know after the later tweets. But from just that standpoint, we were only like, okay, some new music is coming. Is it the tour? Is that what he's proud of? Maybe some new EP that's dropping, a new song or whatever. He then cleared that up like 10 minutes later after tweeting those first couple of tweets. He said, "Just so there's no confusion, it's a full body of work," and then a lot of sunrise emojis. So he's saying we're getting a new body of work from The Weeknd, kind of the follow-up to After Hours, which is very exciting because that's something that fans have been waiting for. I didn't think we were going to get it this soon. The Weeknd usually takes his time with his music. After Hours only dropped a little bit, more than a year ago. So I didn't think we were going to get anything until after the tour, after 2022, when that After Hours tour after that was done. Addressing the tour real quick, he also tweeted, "The tour is going to be madness," after that full body of work tweet. This again, leaves a lot of questions open. Is this new album or new body of work? This could be a compilation. This could be an EP. This could be an actual album, a mixtape, whatever. But I think it's going to be an album just because that's kind of what he's usually working on at that place in his career. So is this thing going to drop before the tour? And is he going to tour this thing together with After Hours? Or is this going to drop after the tour in 2022? We don't really know. But from, the fact that he's posting this right now and not announcing it at a later date, I really think that we're going to get this new body of work before the tour, so before 2022, so still this year. And we're already more than halfway through the year, so probably within the next couple of months. Also, kind of, closing in on what I think the release date of this thing is going to be. The Weeknd, King of the Fall. Y'all know that. Probably going to be sometime in the fall, especially since he's starting this rollout with those little hints. So in the future, within the next 1 or 2 months, we're going to get some official announcement, a release date, track list, cover art, all the things that you usually get within a rollout. And I think this is going to drop around the beginning of fall, maybe late September, maybe early October, something like that. I think is going to be the perfect release date for him to drop this new body of work. And this also leaves him with the great opportunity to tour his older songs that people are already used to and maybe would not be as hyped to hearing live, together with these new songs that are going to be more, trendy and up to date with whatever, people are listening to right now. Because let's be honest, if we go to the Weeknd show and we hear Blinding Lights for the 500,000th time within the last 2 years, I don't think there would be as many people really hyped for it and going crazy about it as there maybe would have been just a year ago when it was fresh and it was like the number one song in the country. I mean, that song was huge. It broke the record for, longest time at number one in the Billboard Hot 100 ever. So, no doubt about it. But I'm saying, like, we all know those songs from the After Hours. I've listened to them countless times. Even the deep cuts, I've had that album on repeat ever since, especially like during the winter months this year, 2020, 2021. So I don't think I would go that crazy for that album just on the tour, but I think with some new material, he can really get more people to buy into the tour. I think he's gonna, extend the tour, maybe kind of combine it with this new album, as I said, that leaves him a great opportunity to capitalize and maximize his just influence and reach through that. So we're getting a new The Weeknd album, which is exciting in itself. It's somehow connected to the tour. He could, of course, also just said that the tour is going to be madness, completely unrelated to the other music tweets. But since this was like really like a block of many tweets, I think that they're all, interdependent and they're all like connected. So that's just my guess. I could be completely wrong. If any of you have other theories, then please let me know in the comments. But so far, it looks like we're getting a new The Weeknd album sometime this year before the tour, the After Hours tour that's starting in 2022. We don't know what it is. He said it's a full body of work. So it's an album. It's not just a song or an EP. I mean, it could be like a EP, but I think this is going to be an album, especially since he's had a lot of time during quarantine to work on this. So I'm excited. This is really exciting. After Hours is really a high benchmark that he has to reach again, but I think that he'll be able to do it. Anyway, that's what I think about this. Now I want to know what you think about this. Are you excited for this new The Weeknd album, or what do you think this will be? A mixtape, an EP, whatever. When do you think this will drop? Before the 2022 After Hours tour or after it? And what release date are you thinking this thing is going to drop at, judging from the fact that he's now announced this? Let me know your general thoughts, all of that in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media and blog down in the description. It really helps me out. Until the next one, y'all have an incredible day, and y'all take care.